starting stream. So, where we left off, you guys took care of a cave of berserkers, and one of the things that you sadly left behind in that cave, or at least you don't know where he is your friend White Fang. He absorbed a fire into him, and a wind whisked him away, either to his death or to places unknown. Either way, not here. You guys come back, and you guys are in the cave, but there's there's no real rush if you guys, because I know you guys are hurt. I don't know if you guys want to like find a place outside the cave to go rest or.
I would like to do um, some sort of resting because I am very low on hit points. Even if it's a short rest, just to get back what I get back on a short rest.
Um, I would just say, didn't we level up?
Yes, you guys are level 6.
Yeah, but don't we have to get a long rest to
Yes,
level
you technically are not level 6 until you long rest. That's why I haven't messed with Nick's stuff at
Uh,
all.
I was just about to say, I would actually say if we were going to rest, I'd prefer a long rest. That way I can get my stuff back.
Wouldn't your companion be at risk even more then?
Listen, Neon, you've already caused this. Do not make this worse for you.
I was just asking.
Because if we run into something in between here and there,
They're definitely gonna starve when I die.
He has a point, Nick.
I'm game for whatever. I was just trying to keep all the options alive.
If you're okay with
Are
it,
you
I
calling
say we
his
short
dogs
rest just
options?
enough
No,
to
that's only one
make
of
it to
the
where we
op-
can move, and then if we find out that it's where exactly we are and we can, within reason, make it a long rest after that, I think that might be a good idea. That way we're not just sitting around here.
I would agree with that. Let's at least
Short
locate
rest
where
to
we
get some
are.
Okay.
hit
Yeah.
points,
And then we can explore to figure out where we're at, and then we can choose whether we want to sleep or just carry on.
So that is an important question. Do you want to sleep in this cave?
No,
no, we're gonna take a short rest, and then we're gonna travel and figure out where we are before we decide if we want to take a long rest.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I'll get my channel divinity back, and I'm going to.
I think you could short rest pretty safely with your companion out, Corey. But I believe he's only out for an hour. Is what I have on the item right now.
We've tweaked it so much, man. I have no idea.
Yeah, no,
To be completely honest with you.
I think that's what you guys said last time.
I'm just checking. Okay. No, he is. He can watch the whole time. He's out for 8 hours.
So I thought it was 8 hours every other day.
Yeah. 2 days have to pass in between.
Yeah.
And he can
Pretty cool.
telepathically speak to you.
Cool.
So I think during the long rest, he honestly was probably just watching over you guys and very protective over you. You get he probably doesn't realize that you can connect to him, so you're probably getting like random thoughts, uh, and whatnot. He's probably getting random thoughts with you
Gotcha.
that like giving him off like memories that both his mother that he helped bury, but of you and all of that. Like just you're getting a wave of emotions from him almost.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that's what I got for my short rest heal. I'm gonna sink another D. I'm gonna sink a D10 this time. Jeez.
You click on
What
the hit.
the fuck?
Click on the hit dice to do that stuff, right?
you can, yeah.
Well, that would have been. Oh, plus I forgot to add the cons. So that'd be 11. 4, so 15.
13.
Yeah, but
I am still bloodied, but I am a lot better off.
is 13 what I get back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was testing the hit dice roll. That 7 didn't count. I did the 5 and the 1. I did the 2d8 was from my cleric levels, and then the d10 was from my ranger level.
Don't I get half of what I used back on the long rest on hit dice?
Yeah, so if you use all of them, you'll get half them back after you long rest.
Okay.
Nice. You know what? I'm gonna do one more. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I'm no longer bloodied. I would rather not be bloodied right now.
I'm pretty good off right now. Until Theo goes ballistic on me. I told you she was getting better.
All right, I am good to move.
Me too.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys leave the area, and you still have several hours with the bear if you want to keep it. I believe they go in 1 hour intervals, but you don't have to use them all at once.
Oh, I don't have to use them at once? Okay.
No, I would say no matter what. But 1 hour intervals, so it would stay for like 2 hours total, and you would have 6 more. And then at the end of 2 days, like you just top back up.
All right, so 8 hours total. I'm gonna say.
Sorry if that
well,
wasn't.
then I have 6 hours left. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Cool. I just wanted to add that as a resource so I could keep track of that.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So you guys in mountains. Corey, as a natural explorer, you probably would have a good sense of direction. Which way would you like to go?
Would I have any inclination before I just?
You're in the mountains, so you're down in the southern part of the map that you have. Because I imagine you still have a map of the area, so but you don't know where in the mountains you are.
At that point, I would say start heading north until I can maybe just as north as possible, and then cut it once I start finding things that jog my memory or can give me a better inclination of where to go. So I'm just gonna say head north for now.
Okay. And I'm trying to. Okay, short rest for an hour. I was telling you guys it was still light out. So I'm going to say it's probably right now about 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
As you start heading out. Whip between you, Theo, and the snowshoes, it goes about as quickly as you could expect. You guys, give me a survival. I want to see it just for you, Theo, just because I want to see if you get a feel for how fast you're going. Okay, so you figure that in every 2 hours, every hour in the mountains, you travel about a fourth of a mile.
Okay.
Which you understand is slow going, but it's going up and down hills.
Right.
After about when you get to about traveling through the mountains, trying to think because it was so you're still on the edges of the mountains when it starts getting dark. You've traveled for it's probably about 10 o'clock. like when it truly becomes dark with this infernal winter.
There's no reason to push us to exhaustion, so I would recommend that we hunker down, take a long rest.
Yeah.
Once it starts getting dark, because we have fought, we've walked a lot. If we keep pushing ourselves, we're gonna make ourselves exhausted and slow down our pace even more.
Okay. So you guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just about to say I'm gonna use mold earth to build up a big pile of, I guess, earth to sort of help shield us from wherever the wind is coming from.
So we've moved about 3/4 of a mile. Do I have any better idea?
8
of where we
hours,
are?
you moved 2 miles.
Oh, I thought we only. I was thinking we only traveled 6 hours, and it was. I don't know what I was.
Yeah, no, you moved 2 whole miles.
Okay.
It's a little dark, but maybe in the morning you could see something.
Okay.
I know you
Sure,
can
yeah.
see stuff with dark vision, but it's gray and stuff, so you might not be able to pick out and discern what you're
Specific
seeing.
mountains
Yeah.
and stuff. We
Yeah,
can climb a
understood.
mountain and look tomorrow morning.
Huh.
Alright.
So, overnight, and between you guys keeping watch and just keeping a watchful eye, nothing horrible happens to you. You guys probably hear wolves in the distance, and that reminds you of when you first met hunting wolves. Maybe you hear an owl bear in the distance, or maybe a yeti cry, like far enough away that you're not too worried, but close enough that you're reminded that this wilderness is dangerous. But come morning, so when the sky starts to lighten a bit, probably about 6, so you're now 16 hours out of the cave. Just keeping track. 'Cause you didn't rest at all in the cave. You guys went and so the cave
Yeah.
probably took short rest. Yeah, so let's say 2 hours, so 18 hours since the dogs have been left. I'm just trying to keep track for myself. You guys are officially level 6 at this point.
Woo. Hey, Mike, you're gonna hate me.
What?
I took lucky.
I mean, it makes sense for you. Just know I can kill you through lucky.
That's fine. With A's, lucky was just so nice to have. I want to have it again.
Okay, Nick. Yeah, I didn't level you up. You got off last night at that time. But if you go and hit the level plus at the bottom there, it should walk you through it again. Bottom right,
Oh, by the way,
launch level plus.
I'm level 6, and I can still only cast first level spells. Well, I only know first level spells.
Launch level plus, not level 1.
Launch level something.
The bottom option.
Take a look at that one.
Okay.
Oh.
Should bring up an option now. On the levels, +1, you can either roll with advantage, so roll twice, or you could just take average.
During our long rest, I'm gonna burn my last second level spell slot for some good berries.
I'm gonna roll twice.
Okay, go ahead. 5 and 12, so you have 12 HP. Well, 14, but you know. So hit features, which is next.
No, that'd be.
Just so we can go through. I believe everything auto does. Okay, so what you get now, Nick, you can rage 4 times a long rest instead of 3. Also, your guardian spirits aid you in providing supernatural protection for those around you. If you're raging and another creature you see within 30 feet of you take damage, you can use your reaction to reduce it by 2d6.
That's dope. Do I hit next again?
Yes. I'm just going to hit apply changes. So you should be good. Okay, I'm going to add a thing.
Hit apply changes, right?
You can just... yes. I'm adding a thing, Nick.
I almost have 100 hit points.
You're a barbarian.
It's harder for Theo to beat me to death when this shit goes wrong.
He still can, Nick.
I said
Okay.
it's harder.
So at the bottom, underneath, you see down your sheet under your weapons and stuff, there is damage reduction. So if somebody's within 30 feet of you now, Nick, and they take damage, you can just tell me, hey, I want to use my reaction to do this. You reduce that by 6 damage. It's
Alright.
that easy. Now, anybody else have anything they need for their level ups?
Something. If no one has anything to talk to him about, I was gonna ask,
Go ahead.
what would be the chances of me being able to get basic magic right now?
It's not really a barbarian thing. While you're raging, you can't cast magic, and
I was just trying to see if I.
you can get a feat to get some basic magic, but it will always go after off of your 3 mental stats, Nick. Which your highest is a +1.
Yeah, I was just trying to get like some basic healing spells or something.
The healing will go off of wisdom, which is a 0, typically, or charisma, which is a 1. Like it's very hard to use that, Nick, as a barbarian because there's so much going against you with basic magic. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
On a side note, that just gave me a thought for a charismatic barbarian.
A barbarian, if you will.
Yeah, I know, but like a specific
Yeah.
barbarian.
No, I get that. Yeah, I'm not shitting on the idea, Nick. There are ways, but sometimes it takes more commitment than you might want.
So what you're saying is it's not the best idea.
Yeah, it's not the best idea. We could still work towards it if you really want, but you could also go a different route with the herbalism kit and start making healing potions. They take longer to do and they take materials, but you could do it.
That'd be more work.
I mean, it would be easier.
Like, would I be able to actually do that?
Let me see real quick. I think you, let me downtime activities and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Going down, making potions. Where are you? Crafting an item. Okay, potion of healing. Brewing potions of healing for a special potion of healing will be you can make 1 a day for 25 GP. But you also have to be proficient with the herbalism kit, so that would take time to get proficiency. You could work on it, but it will take downtime. It'll be a little difficult to do, but you could possibly do it. There might also be a feat to take for that, so I'll look into that. If that's something you want to do, we can talk about it as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to be more helpful on the health side.
I
Not mainly I hit that thing really hard.
Nick, sometimes I hit that thing very hard is exactly what they need the barbarian to do. As these two.
I just want to be a multiple guy. I want to be an everything guy.
No, I appreciate that.
A little bit dabbling.
So, upon waking up, Theo, you see that you guys are actually nearby, maybe not a well-traveled road, but a road all the same.
Okay.
It's probably still a couple miles out. You guys only traveled 2 miles, but you guys are outside of the mountains now. Give me a perception. I wanted to see if you could see certain landmasses and whatnot of where you are.
Can I give this too? Because I've been pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, you both can do it, or if one of you guys are proficient, you can help the other.
Oh, well.
I think that
Yeah.
25. Judging by it,
Still roll.
Well, you had advantage on that. I'm just gonna take that as he helped you. I'm assuming he either has it
Oh,
or
Yeah.
it's good.
I just forgot that I had it toggled. I didn't mean to keep it toggled. Sorry.
Either way, that between the two of you guys, I think in the distance, you guys, that's still a good. Trying to think, exactly what you guys. Oh, you guys see in the distance to the northeast the start of the raid glacier.
Yeah, I seen 3 of my kids today, not my 4th one.
Yep, he's hiding.
Ah.
Can I talk to him? Hey, Mike, Dad wants to talk to you real quick.
Ah, I am now went out
Did he go?
back. So you guys recognize the area you guys are in. You recognize how far away from the cave you are. You guys are approximately right here on the road, or at least that's the part of the road you see. Yeah, I'll just hold shift and.
So I would know that we need to head west now.
Yes, you guys now know where you guys are.
Well, where was it that we went when we lost the dogs?
Up at the black cabin.
Motherfucker.
Yep.
And there's a
They're
lake
gone.
and a lot of wilderness between you.
They're gone.
Look what you did, Nick.
Because even going up and around, it'd still be.
It's a lot of wilderness. You don't know what's there. Things could attack you during that. Roads are safer, but they take longer.
I'm gonna get 6 more dogs and go find my dogs.
You could. East Haven's right here.
It's only 30 miles.
Yes, but look at what you just went over, Kelly.
I know. Okay, here, wait.
You can right click the plant, by the way.
Okay. Boop.
So, there's 31 miles through the wilderness.
And 14 miles. Or, yeah, 31 miles through the wilderness.
How much?
As
are
a straight line.
The dodo things. Those hammerjacks.
50.
50. Oh. If I was to spend all my gold, I only could buy 2.
Yeah,
I don't want to be here anymore.
I was just about to say, is it better to try to get to a town to get to them, or just...
I imagine you guys are talking as you're traveling the rest of the way to the road.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
do we just try to beeline it to where we were, or do we just try to go get mounts to help get there quicker?
How many people can ride on one hammerjack thing?
We would need to. At least.
axe beak, by the way, Nick, is what they're called.
Because you would pretty much need your own, and we could share one.
So as you guys are debating plans and stuff, you walk to the road, which takes you about 4 hours. It is now 10 in the morning.
How much is a dog sled team?
Yeah.
Also 50, but I'm not sure.
Couldn't we all ride on
I
a
forget exactly
dog
how
sled?
much the dog. Well, baby Nick.
You cost me 300 GP of investments.
Yeah.
More because of the sled.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying, is the dog team isn't the expensive
Well, no, you guys
part.
had the dogs, remember? Because you got them from the one bitch.
Yeah. However, if we would have sold them, we would have made 300.
Yes.
So he has cost me.
They are
300.
worth, because it's going to cost that much to replace.
Yep.
Ain't cost you that yet. They're still alive. Be hopeful.
Wait, didn't you leave one team in East Haven with your dad?
Yes.
Oh, that is the closest town.
So, we can hit East Haven, grab an axe, beak, and the dogs, and haul at. Well, because we're past the lake then, too. We can just sort of.
Yeah, but you have to remember this is valley-ish area too, when in the Dwarven Valley, Kelly. So it'd
Mhm.
probably take time, like.
Still only 17. That's half the distance.
All right.
If I look at the.
I would want to go and see if I can find my dogs.
So where you guys are on the road, which I put is right here.
Mhm.
You guys walking, because it's now 10 in the morning. Right here. Trying to, I'm trying to, like, some of these road stuff you would take, some of them you'll skip over. Try not to be too. Take you about 23, I think, miles. Because you would want to follow the road to the extent. You guys are moving about, now that you're on an actual road and such, Theo, you're moving at about half a mile an hour.
Okay.
So it would.
How much could we do before we start hitting exhaustion?
You can walk all day without hitting exhaustion. If you want to move at a higher pace, which I would say moves you 50% faster, you would have to roll for exhaustion by the end of the day. And that's just if you move at any pace throughout the day of that higher, I would ask for some kind of roll there. Only one roll by the end of the day, though. So 23 walking at normal paces will put you at 46 hours. So 2 days of walking.
But if we walked at the faster pace, could we make it in one day?
No, you would have to. You're still. So if you move it at 50% faster, you move at 3/4 of a mile an hour. So basically, let me get my calculator up. So 23 times 0.75.
That's my headset or Mike's?
What?
Oh, nothing. That's my headset keeps popping. And I'm trying to figure out why. It's not like bad or anything. I'm just trying to figure out why.
3 divided by 4 equals. So 5. So let's round up to 6. So cut 6. So it would be 40 hours. My math must be off. But half of half. Okay, so half is 23. So move half as fast, so that just doubles it. But half of that half, so it'd be 11. So you'd cut let's round up to 13. You'd cut 13 hours off at the higher pace. So it'd only be 33 hours to get to town. But at that, you would need to, if you're walking for 12 hours a day, you would have to make me 3 checks for exhaustion. Now, exhaustion doesn't slow you down mobily until like exhaustion level 3 or 4.
We're just gonna cut our losses,
But
because then we get them, and then we have a day's travel, if not longer, to get up to where we were.
now, am I that mean of a person that I would just kill your dogs right after I
Yes.
did that to your owlbear?
Yes.
I'm so glad you think highly of me. But
And it wasn't really that that's going to be killing me. It is Neo.
Neo directly murdered.
Yes.
okay, so let's talk about this, because why we joked that Nick directly murdered, he indirectly murdered. Because
fine.
Nick hasn't played enough D&D to expect something like that magic ring to happen. Whether you told him not to pick up magic items, Nick didn't know that could happen. You knew, Corey, that something like that could happen.
He committed accidental dogicide. All right.
Yeah.
Meta
So,
speaking, how long can Forgotten fly for?
well, he can fly
'Cause
slightly.
Could he be off saving the mounts?
He can fly about 60% as fast as you can walk.
Oh.
66 to be exact, but so he could be hovering behind you, Kelly, trying to fly there, but it'd be like pup, pup, pup.
Wait a second here. It's only 10.
I can feel the math happening with McCoy.
Well, Albert does move quicker than I do.
You're trying to think
Large
of how
creature.
fast you can move on the owlbear.
Not to be too dark or anything here, but the sled is mainly the expensive part.
Are you looking up, Kelly? I'm guessing.
We have another set that I left at my dad's house or my parents' house, so
We could
We
use
have
it.
another
I could
set.
buy disposable 3, and we could bust up there.
So I'll give you this with the owlbear. One person can move 2 miles an hour on the owlbear, or all of you guys could move 1.
Whew. How long is the owlbear around
8
for?
hours.
Wait a
Well,
minute.
6 because he used 2 of them. So he can move 12 miles.
And where are we at currently?
You guys are
Just-
approximately right here.
let's just take one day of higher speeds and then see how far that gets us.
So at higher speed, that means you do 3/4 of a mile an hour. So
Okay.
that means that's 3 hours. You'll go. 4 hours. You'll go 3 miles.
That's what.
I'm just trying to do math. So 3 miles in 4 hours. And you guys were at 10 a.m. So you guys can go another 8 hours. No, it'd be 8 hours put at 6. So you guys can go another 12 hours.
Why was it 10 a.m.?
Because it was 2 more hours from when you woke up to get to the road.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was 4 hours from there, like 2 miles. So at the road, you are at 10 a.m.
Gotcha.
12 hours, so that means 4 hours and 8 more, so 9 miles is where you guys can. So you guys can get right about here.
just wanted to see if there was any difference if we shortcutted it.
Yeah. So right about here.
Nope. Same area. Okay. Alright, well. We're gonna rest again.
And with that, like, cause you guys moved at the higher, like, movement speed base, right?
Mhm.
I need everybody to roll me a con save. DC is 10.
Constitution.
Nick, you're the one that fails this and slows them down. They
Yeah,
will
but
leave.
we're rolling this before a long rest. Wouldn't a long rest get rid of it?
I think this one.
Doesn't one long rest get rid of one level of exhaustion?
It does. So it does. I'm trying to I'm gonna look at forced march exhaustion rules. Oh, okay. So apparently moving. So no. Okay. So you guys are fueled by adrenaline mainly, but apparently the ruling on that. Let me just put 12 more. So you guys are at 34 hours. The ruling on it is 8 hours is normal march speed, and every hour after that is exhaustion.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm going to do is that first day you guys were pushed by adrenaline, and you guys were tired, but you guys slept off. But you know you can't keep that length of walking up.
Well, I'm going to, since we're gonna rest, I might as well. The nutrients we're gonna eat for them when we rest is the rest of my good berries. I'm gonna spend 2 more spell slots resting to do 20. So I'll have 20 good berries. Alright, so then next day we can move 8 miles before we
Start
come across any
risking.
exhaustion.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is you can keep moving at the higher pace. You'll just have an extra roll of exhaustion before bed.
Do you move faster on the owlbear than you do on the sled?
One person he would.
When we get to East Haven,
But he can only
You might
hold
just
that
move-
up for 6 hours.
I know.
Actually,
well, that,
I mean it'll be 8 because this will be day 2 by the
Yeah,
time we get
it
there.
would be 8 hours. So he can do it for. By my math, I
You
gave
would-
him 16
if
miles.
you left East Haven on the owlbear, you would get 1 mile away from the dogs that day, or 1 mile away from those mounts. Like if you left from when we reached East Haven, and then we could just follow, essentially, just, you know what I mean?
So there's the 8 hours once you guys wake up at 6 o'clock again. You guys can still push it, but every hour after this of movement is risky.
Okay, and do we have to full rest again?
This is 8 hours. You guys do have like force monsters
gonna
like per
have to-
day. You guys can try.
We're gonna have to.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Mike. It's gonna take us another day of rest anyways to get there. It doesn't matter if we push ourselves. It's still gonna be where we are now. It's still sitting at 6 to get there. If we close it in by 2, we still have 4.
Well, yeah, that's just, well, the 24 hours. If we've just walked for 8 and we're going to sleep for another 8, that's only 16. That's still not a full day of the dogs being alone, and we're still headed back towards East Haven.
Oh, gotcha. Yep, I say we've moved 8, we rest 8, move 8.
Yeah, because
Rest
normally I hold fast to the rule 1 long rest per day. But when you're force marching like that, I don't personally want to hold true to that, because what else are you supposed to do for the other 16 hours? You know what I mean? other than bunker down and get some rest so you can keep moving. Because there's nothing else for you to do in the wilderness here.
Right, other than fight Yetis.
And I'm not going to make you guys randomly fight shit for 16 hours. That's stupid. I just wanted to point that out, like, for you guys and just out loud in general.
Gotcha.
I still vote you save the owlbear for, like, once we reach East Haven or even a mile past, you know what I mean? You can just book it and
Okay.
get there faster than we can.
Let's say it will take you about another 8 hours to get there. So you guys just get back to East Haven at the end of the second 8 hours. So you start at 6. 8 hours would put you at 2 p.m. You rested for 8 hours. Would you have rested all night or start moving at 10 p.m.?
No, we'd start moving at 10. We'd all be well rested.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll some stuff to see if something happens in one of these like 8 hours checks.
And we would just keep Neon between us since he doesn't have dark vision.
Okay, so let me.
I'm
Oh,
gonna pump another. This time I'm gonna work myself back up to 30 now before this rest. So now I have 30 good berries.
okay. So. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that because I've already used that one. I want something interesting.
Nah, do it, fam.
Oh, I know what happens. Okay, so about halfway through, like about 2 hours into your walk in the middle of the night, you guys see in the distance a figure in the snow. You guys start like being tense and whatnot until you realize, and you're probably like right around here on the thing or so. Until you realize it's a familiar like hulking shape, and as you like, it's walking near the road but not on the road, and as you get closer, you see lots of fur and all of it white, and it seems to be walking with a spear using as a walking stick almost.
Well, go do the talkie thing.
Go ahead.
Up to you guys. I mean, I will not be the one that is going to be the talker of our group. So by all means, if you'd like to, go ahead.
I was just about to say, well, you've gotten on me, so I feel like I should at least make him aggress me first.
So as you guys like get closer to this figure, you guys recognize at least the same bear-like shape of the companion that was in the Furberg's house, or Furbege's house. The cave, the one that saved you, and the one that had the companion come and offer Neo to challenge if you guys do take care of the berserkers.
Challenge him, Neo.
You see the figure,
God.
and they look up at you guys and it's like, oh, you guys are still alive. That's good.
No, really, I do cast guidance. I have guidance. I cast guidance on a rock since he's going to be talking.
Why are you guys so far away from where I last met you? Would have taken weeks
magic,
to travel.
you know.
Wonder why. And I stare at Neo.
About that.
Some of us have still not learned to stop touching stuff.
It
Yeah.
looks shiny.
Yes, touching magical objects is the worst thing you can do when you don't know what they are.
In my defense, I was trying to figure out what it was, but I did not do it the right way.
Well, clearly, you guys are nearly on the other side. You guys are on the other side of Icewind Dale from where I last met you.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to venture back up to get his dogs before he murders me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What has happened since I've last met with you?
Well, we died. Well, some of us died, and then came back. We fought some people. Had a cave full of barbarians. Some more of us died. They
Couple
didn't come
dragons.
back, and I lost my dogs.
And we killed 2 dragons.
She looks at you.
We didn't lose the dogs.
Well,
I look at Neo.
I was about to offer my condolences, but if you haven't lost the dogs, I guess it's not as bad as it seems.
Well, we didn't lose the dogs. I once again stare at Neo.
Oh, okay. Well, my condolences then. For loyal pets such as those are hard to come by.
Yes, I am well aware.
But
Still
you,
staring daggers at Neo.
did you guys mention the berserkers to her?
Yeah, I
Okay.
said we. Well,
You said
cave full of
barbarians,
barbarians, yeah.
well, it
But
sounds like you
Did I
found.
know they were berserkers?
I
or
think
would
I think
figured
she
they-
mentioned them as berserkers, but it's like they potato. They
Okay.
equivalent to say. Sounds like you found where those berserkers were, and you said you dealt with them.
Yes.
That's glorious news. That's takes at least a worry off of my mind. And I see you didn't lose your Goliath friend here, though. Whether he lost your pets or not, well, we shall have to see. But I did make an offer, and if you guys would like, I can give him a chance to prove himself.
That's fine. I can watch someone beat some sense into him.
Let me just make a white page here, cause I'm
This will be only minutes of enjoyment to watch.
dynamic
I
lighting.
do hope that Neo
don't need.
wins. But
So
aside
you
of
guys
that,
are on a
I hope
white
that
page
Neo
with me?
does not. I currently am, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna drag Nick on.
I see myself.
So let's still hold everybody to this. I need to find a stat block. Okay. Okay. So, Nick, what she's offering you is one-on-one combat. This isn't going to be to the death. But if you impress her, then she might have a prize for you. Do you accept?
I do accept.
Okay. So, for it's to make this more fun for you two, Ellie and both Kelly and Coy, I'm going to give you guys access to her character sheet, and you guys are going to be fighting Nick. Because he killed your dogs.
They aren't dead yet.
So, I am going to edit in journals.
No, you can let Kelly.
Are you sure,
play.
Coy?
I will. Yeah, I just want to sit there and
Okay.
watch.
So, Kelly, I'm giving you
My enjoyment is going to be
a
watching
token.
Neo
You
get
should see it down in
executed.
creatures. Here, I'll pop it up so you can actually just have it up. So you have this, and this is what you're going to fight Nick. It starts in hybrid form. Do you see everything? Kelly?
Sorry, I believe so. I'm
Uh,
sitting here looking at it.
Character sheet and everything. Yeah, you're in hybrid, so yeah. I'm going to go until people are either bloodied or very bloodied, whatever I feel like at the time. I'll let you guys know when I feel like the fight's going good. I'll subtract damage from you guys as you guys attack each other. All you guys have to do is think about your moves. Got it? Let me clear
Oh, I
initiative.
have to
Gotcha.
roll initiative.
I just cleared initiative order. So you guys can roll for initiative.
I used my lucky. I need him to re-roll that.
Okay, Nick, you have to re-roll that because he used his lucky. Okay, there you go.
Sorry, this page isn't quite set up
Okay.
how mine is, so.
Yeah,
gotta-
no. What you do,
I
Kelly,
was being
is yep.
sarcastic, but I guess I'll stick with it.
God, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Well, if you want, you can
better.
use another lucky on Kelly if you want.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll give him lucky.
Go ahead and re-roll, Kelly.
Yeah, he can go on the 19.
I'm fucking you up, Theo.
Well, no. See, that's the best part, Nick. Technically, you have no way of knowing Theo did that because it wasn't Theo. That's a meta ability. That's Koi. Theo didn't do anything.
So Corey's getting fucked up.
Koi could take you. It's fine. So now on initiative 19, go ahead, Mr. or Mrs. Goliath Bear. You actually start the 30 feet away. You move and whatnot, Kelly. I assume you want to move up. I just was letting you know an attack.
Affirm.
Okay, so 15 does in fact hit Nick. So go ahead and click your little bite thing there.
I clicked of it what
Yep.
I could.
Click the name in the chat. Yeah, I can.
Oh.
So I'm ignoring the hybrid stuff right now because that is something else. Like, this is a special fight. So,
I got you.
Nick, it is your turn. What is Neo gonna do?
Oh, no, it's not. It is not his turn
It's
yet.
not his
I
turn.
have 2 attacks.
Go ahead.
After I bite him, I'm going to try for that. But I don't think that's enough.
10 is not enough, no. So go ahead, Neo.
Well, I'm immediately going to rage, sir.
Okay, so let me toggle that on you. Rage damage. Go ahead.
And then I do get 2 attacks, sir.
You do get 2 attacks, yes.
So I'm gonna.
Uh,
Does that hit?
it should, Kelly, because your ACY in hybrid is 12. Yes. So that does indeed hit. Okay. So wait. So Kelly is going to use Stone Endurance on the first one. Go ahead and roll the D12. I'll add the 4. Or if you want to just roll all together, Kelly. That's... Okay, D12. So 9. So you reduce that by 9. So you take 17 damage, Kelly. Yeah, okay.
I think that's everything I can.
Your second attack hits, and you hits again, so... Okay. Now, Mr. Goliath again, what do you do?
We are going to claw him. And claw him again.
Okay.
I think the first one hit and the second one didn't.
The first one missed and the second one hit. You went to...
I was looking at the wrong side.
Yep. He's raging, so he does take half half damage from that. Yep. So that is your 2 attacks. Go ahead, Neo.
Then that one,
Okay, so that one does indeed.
Just a question. What is he hitting me with?
His sword.
My great sword. My, what do you call it? One.
It's a magic greatsword.
Okay.
No, I know what you're talking about though, Kelly.
And then I'm gonna. That one probably didn't hit.
That one did indeed hit.
Oh, sweet. Is it shown any effect or?
Kelly, you should see the token and everything. Describe how you are looking at the moment.
Not happy.
Speaking of not happy, it is your turn. Well, happy. You're probably enjoying the fight, Kelly, as this Goliath, but it definitely looks like you're in pain.
I do not have any healing shit, do I?
Not for you. You can reduce damage once with Stone's Endurance, but
If you're raging, you reduce damage anyways. Are you raging?
yeah, I'm
Okay.
calculating the. So one of those hit Kelly. And Neo once more with vigor. Okay, so it's at this point of the fight that you notice one, the Goliath looks very bloodied, but I think she stops the fight at this point, and she kind of comes in and like it's a big paw on the back, and it's like that was a glorious fight. You truly are what I thought you might be. If you would like, I have a gift for you.
I knew you could do it, Neo.
Nick just outputs so much damage, Kelly. And resistance is so
Oh, I know.
powerful.
I stab my greatsword into the ground and take a knee at it.
I think Arak, you and Theo both see. And let me just clear initiative and put you back on the map. You guys both see. While Nick bowed down at his sword, she walks behind him, and quicker than you guys can stop her, she darts out and actually bites Nick in the shoulder. Nick, this is incredible pain. And technically, you're allowed to save, but you could choose to fail if you want. Well, con save isn't something you can. It's weird. Con save is not one you can really choose to say fail. It's a gift. It's not something you're avoiding. I'm gonna say, at least for this specific thing,
I
you.
rolled a natural 1. That's it. I have dice on my desk. Here, let me find my dice.
Nick,
Yeah,
shush.
natural 1 there, bud.
Shush, Nick. But as you guys see, there's a big chunk of Nick's shoulder, and like bit, and then as she pulls away, she's like, "It's not right away, but the gift should take. Keep an eye on him."
Snap. Oh, snap.
And with that, she kind of wipes the blood off her snout, and starts heading back in the direction she was heading before you guys stopped. Kind of limping, but as you look, some of her wounds already look like they're slightly healing. As a thing, this might take, but even if it does, it won't be until the end of this session, so I can actually put everything on Nick's sheet that might be there.
Just so you know, I ain't too healthy right now.
I know.
I have some good berries. You want some?
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. How many you want? I have 30.
I'm
Remember, they only
45
keep for
That'd make me
24
feel
hours.
better.
Yes, but every time we've rested, I've been recasting.
Oh, I know. And Nick, you're
I'm
fine.
Because I was wondering how much damage I did to him.
You did 33 damage.
Yeah,
I'll give him 20 good berries.
So you hear 20, Nick. Yeah.
Oh, you changed.
Yeah,
I
I
did
just.
more than that.
Remember, he resisted a lot of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, so he took. That's what he took.
Yeah,
out of
that's
the
how much
damage
he
that I
took.
output. Okay.
So
That's why I was like, wait a minute.
33. So you outputted like 66 damage or so.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I was like, I'm sitting here doing math. Like, wait a minute. And I'm like, oh yeah, no. You were giving
Yeah.
me the other numbers.
Yeah. So you guys are about. You traveled 2 hours of the last 8 you needed.
Michael, it is your sister. Why aren't you at family dinner?
Because I don't live with that family and nobody invited me.
Because he doesn't live at this family and no one invited him.
It's Dad's birthday, you dingus.
That,
We normally do every Sunday, Mike.
that,
They're talking about every other Sunday.
that doesn't help because my Sundays are eaten up.
She also said maybe even Saturday instead.
Either way, that's something to talk about later. But you guys are about 6 hours outside of East Haven, give or take. But at the
So we're almost there.
yes, at the end of the 6 hours, that puts you at start 10 at night. It was midnight, so you guys are at 6 a.m. Coming like at 6 a.m. You are broaching the hill that lets you actually see into East Haven.
Do we keep pushing to get there?
You guys can make it without incurring exhaustion. That's fine.
Alright, I wanted to make sure.
But you guys are not at East Haven. I assume, Theo, that you might want to stop, grab your dog, maybe say hi to your dad and mom. If she's
Tell him
bad.
how bad I fucked up.
Am I correct in that assumption, Theo?
I think he's here.
Coy? But,
Hey guys, I'll be back. Sorry, just move on without me for the time being.
no problem. So we can take the abbreviated version of that then for now. Stop. You guys say hello to Theo's dad again. He wonders where your dog sled is. You guys all just look at Neo and ask to use the other dog sled that you had him take care of. And now you guys have the dog sled. Did you want to buy another axe beak right here?
Yes.
They probably have a few to spare. Roll me a persuasion. I want to see if you talk yourself up or down on the price.
Am I able to do this too?
It's
persuasion-
50 gold.
Is it ran off of wisdom?
No, it's persuasion is charisma, Nick.
Oh, I see it.
As I give the man the money, I just stare at you.
I'm gonna try to.
Nick, Neo, he's told you an axe beak is 60 gold.
What? Damn.
He heard you have a habit of killing him.
I didn't kill it. It might not be dead.
Spoiler alert, that axe beak most likely is dead. It was disposable too, after all.
Are you extracting my money or do I have?
I'll do it, Nick. I'm not gonna make you.
Oh, just so you know, I did get a new mouse pad, and it's massive.
Nice.
And it is not.
So you guys are in East Haven. So you could try to take through the wilderness and the valley and whatnot, or we can do the math of town to town. Let me see what the math town to town is, because I think the roads are faster, Kelly. They give me time with sled dogs and stuff. So 10 towns.
Well, that He is just busting for.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm seeing if it's faster town to town or wilderness, Kelly.
Yeah,
Um,
I know, and then we're just following
so
to whatever the best way.
East Haven to Brunshanda is 7.5 hours, which I think outpaces. So otherwise, it's 16 miles in 8 hours. Uh, but I'm going to add an hour because of wilderness. Like I don't want to shank him too much, so let's just put him like 2 miles out of it, Kelly. If he did it that
Yeah.
way,
Well, that's why
and
I
he
was
can
like,
be attacked in the wilderness. On the road, you don't risk the attacks as much.
yeah.
So it's
But this would just give him the like. If
okay.
he just ignored it, the bear is moving at like 2 miles an hour, so he could pretty much just ignore everything and get pretty
Branshanda.
close.
Okay, so from Branshanda over to Targos. Actually, no, Branshanda to Tamerlane. It's another 6, so it's 13 hours to get here, Kelly. I'd actually cut that in half though, because like I said, he's moving at twice the dog sled speed.
I mean,
So if he's going via road, uh, if it's 13 hours to get here, it'd be 6.5. It still might be slower.
yeah, that's farther too.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's what.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him bust off himself, and we're gonna cut
Right
over
there.
to him when he gets back. But right now it's you and Neo with the dog sled and two axe beaks.
If he,
Oh well, okay. If he's buying an axe beak, I'm not gonna. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna ride the dog sled.
Okay, because Nick said something about buying one, so that's why they marked him up. Or he could have bought you one, Nick. Which one was it, Nick?
yeah, he was buying one, but if he didn't buy one, he wants one. I'd take the dog sled while he rides the axe beak.
I will ride the dog sled.
Okay. God damn dogs. But what? Okay, so you guys are going. Are you guys following the actual paths, or are you guys trying to go straight there too off the roads? Dog sleds can do that, but it's gonna be a little bit slower than the owlbear, obviously. And the Axbeak keeps up the same speed as the dog sled, Nick.
I figured.
So what's the plan for you guys, Kelly? Since you
I think pretty much just making it as fast as we can.
okay, so let's start here. Let's say we just follow the path like up this ridge here, and then slice the mountain here, where the topographic like locations like makes sense. Kelly is where I'm heading with this, and then
Well, that's because we won't be able to follow his path.
yeah,
because
that's
he's
why I'm like the
moving faster
topographic.
than us, so.
That's why I'm like going like, oh, it looks like the mountains are like more smooth here, so that's what I'm trying to do, Kelly. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be about 20 miles. So it's gonna take it's gonna take a while longer. So 20 hours.
Well, that's why I had the idea of him just busting for them,
Yeah.
We catch up and
and we can just catch up.
and then he tries to murder me with his dogs, and Kelly's axe beak is dead.
Oh no, he's not murdering you for the axe beak. That would be a rock. So you guys would then spend the next 2.5 days traveling because you can only go 8 hours a day. So yeah, 2.5 days. So he would have gotten there
Are we back to that now?
well, on the roads. That's how it is.
I know, but on the way, long hiking here, we were allowed to long rest more than once in a day.
No, I'm not. I meant like per rest. Like 8 hour, 2.5 like rest worth of travel. That's what I meant, Kelly.
All right. I just wanted to make sure we were.
Yeah.
still-
Why on the roads? I'm not really going to enforce that. Like if you guys were doing something different, like and just resting to get HP and stuff back, yeah, I would enforce that. But you're like marching, so you're exhausted and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Nobody's trying to abuse spells or anything.
yeah,
we're just
exactly.
trying to-
No, exactly. So 20 to get here. That means 8 hours to get 8 miles because it's 1-to-1 with the animals. So yeah, so 8 and then rest for 8, so that's at 16. And then 8 more, 24, and then rest 8. So that puts you at 32. And then half, so that's 4. So you're at 36 hours yourself. And before you and him took off, that was 40. I believe I had it marked as 40 hours. So it'll take you an additional 32 to get there. Him, it would only take 8.
Yeah.
8.5 because movement on foot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was the whole point of sending him the way that we sent him.
So either way, it's been 2 days for him, and it's gonna be 3.5 days for you. If that all checks out in your math as well, Kelly.
I mean, pretty much.
Okay, I'm just talking out loud because I don't want to mess up this math.
Yeah, because he's gotten to the point where his sprint is quick and ours is like as long as the first.
Yeah.
We're only halfway through our entire journey where he is like at the final sprint
Yeah.
of his.
So, and
Because that's what we still have days kind of left where he
a
has
day and a
hours.
half. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I really want to do his because I don't know how he ended up find it there, but he's obviously BRB. So, did you get any new?
Me and Neo could get distracted on the way.
No, beyond that. One, is there anything you guys would actually be talking about along the way? Other than because it's not just silent running the whole time. Like, are you guys talking about? Because technically, why Neo wasn't there, he was there when you died, Kelly. So if you did want to talk about that, whether he was outside the whole time or not, he was technically there. Because of laziness on the DM side. Or there was the whole White Fang no longer here thing you guys can talk about, and both of you guys were friends with him.
Yeah, but I feel like White Fang is still here.
Well, you guys didn't
The
see a
wind
corpse.
the wind and the speaky and him not being here. Dead people leave corpses.
What do you think of that, Neo?
I don't know what to think about that.
But he was your friend, Neo, and now he's gone. And
But back to what Rock says, dead people do leave some kind of corpse.
but what do you think happened to him then?
He's now a god.
He just says that straight face, Rock.
I don't think so, but maybe.
It's not our place to argue with gods.
But other than that, let's see. On a more meta note, Kelly, do you have any new spells that you get to pick out when you leveled up?
I got Fireball that I can, at any point in time when I run out of spells, I can cast Fireball twice and die. So that's a thing.
Uh,
And
so
I
what
keep
did you level
forgetting
up?
to-
A
I got
sorcerer, I'm guessing.
Yes, and I also got Grim Siphon, which allows me to poison somebody and take. If they fail the con save, I take half the poison damage and give it to somebody else's health.
Now, does that and you said Grim?
Yeah, Grim Siphon. It's one of your
Yeah, right here.
new ones.
I just want to pull up. You twist the
Oh.
forces of entropy around two characters. Boom.
That
Yeah.
one.
Around two, bringing distress to one while staving off demise to the other. Creature you can see within range has to make a con save or take poison equal to 1d4 plus your spellcaster mod. Another creature you choose within 5 feet of that creature regains hit points for half. Ooh, I like that. For level 1 spell, that's not too bad. It's not a lot of healing, but it's like healing
But
ward.
it's within 5 feet, so it's going to be going to Neo or Neo.
Neo or Theo, typically,
I
because
keep forgetting to get rid of Thunderous Smite, but I also got
I think you could change that one spell via long rest with the sorcerer's abilities.
yeah, I know. That was something I wanted to bring up, is changing that on a easy way. The easiest way to change spells is while leveling up, but
I believe
keep
there is
forgetting
the
to pull that
new
one
let me see. Because I believe there's the new 5e the Tasha's rules, Kelly. Well, I'm going to the class to see, but I believe it lets you as a sorcerer change one per long rest.
I also have to get that staff.
Whenever
in
you
my
finish a long
character
rest, you
sheet.
can replace one spell you've learned from the spellcasting feature with another one from the spell list. They must be of the same level. So you can do it, it just has to be of the same level.
Yeah.
And now, gonna look up while we're at it and just talking D&D. How about this, Kelly? Not distracted, but I think you guys might have actually stopped at like the Tamerlane Inn. Because you guys probably wouldn't have just been hawing at, like, because Theo would have been there for like a day now.
Yeah, well, that's when nighttime comes, we'll stay at inns. We'll eat foods at towns when we're there.
So we'll go to
You know what I
Tamerlane
mean?
just to see. I don't think you guys have actually been here yet. You guys probably can't see the map.
I would have been, but we would not. I would not.
I
have
mean,
been
in the
group.
campaign.
Yeah. I'm just.
Yeah. So this is Tamerlane. Boom. Two back there. That way, when I do this, I can put that map. Layout map. This the more common stuff that you guys would know. This could be map. This could be map. So coming into town, you guys are in here now. As you will want to say, you do know have been here. So let me bring up the information, Kelly. That Tamerlane. Okay, so you know. So you do know there's a tavern over here, Kelly, called Blue Tam, and that's probably where you guys end up staying. And why you guys are here, Kelly, and what the Blue Clam is it's a dockside tavern. There's a lot of fisher that end up sitting there, like a lot of smelly. And Nick, Neo, you remember a lot of the smells you smell here, mainly because it reminds you of your pirate days. Like it's fisher, so it's seawater and all that smells. It's a lot of like specific warm foods that people always ate, like after fishing all day, that kind of thing.
Alright.
But you guys are probably sitting there eating and warming yourself from the hard travel. It's probably making sure the dogs are well taken care of, which probably costs you a gold, Kelly, for the dogs. Just to
Yeah.
make sure they're pampered almost. And another one, Nick, for the axe beak. Just because axe beaks are a little bit more difficult. Yep. And so why sitting here warming up and whatnot? I want to. I think you guys are eating when Rock. You probably noticed this first. There's a little kid off to the side staring up at you. Almost.
What?
See, you turn and say what, and you. I'm sorry, sir, but the town speaker he gave me this to deliver. He saw like somebody told him you guys were in town, and we've heard stuff that you guys have done, and he just wanted to meet you guys, and he said he has a proposition, and he hands you a paper and he runs off.
But before he runs away, I want to give him a silver.
Thank you, sir. And he like hides it in his shirt and he runs off. Basically, the paper introduces the town speaker, which let me get his name if there is one specifically. Oh, yeah, it's I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce this name. Though it might be in the speakers. Let me put this over here. Put this right here. There's that, Kelly. That is his name. Unless the pronunciation guide, which should be up here, has it in on the O's.
Horace Matthew?
Yeah. Orcs, Mastio, or something like that. So he introduces himself as the speaker. Not so much. Let me see what it says. Yeah, he introduces himself as the speaker of town, and he's heard good things about you guys, and he's also heard that trouble is out in the wilderness, and he wanted to talk to you about it. If you guys would be so kind to come to him in the morning, because it's obviously later in the night for you guys. Other than that, what you're eating here,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're eating, I'm assuming, fish, which I'm thrilled about.
Actually, there's roasting meats and actually chowder, I believe, is what it says. So, it's like not the best food, but it does. Every once in a while, they get some actual meat. So you probably got a little bit of like moose in your chowder. Just something to give some other flavor than fish. And with a nice warm stomach, do you guys hang out in the tavern some more, drink a little bit, or do you retire to your room? And it would only be 1 gold for the room too. And food. There's 2 beds in there, and there's only 2 of you guys.
I will pay for the room.
Okay.
Okay, and I've also figured it out, Mike.
Figured what out?
How to readjust everything. I got, like, how to change them out.
Oh, you mean delete them and drag new ones in?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Because I wasn't having my sheet in my...
Ah.
Out,
And it's like, you can't drag stuff in.
Problem. Yeah.
Gavin said hi in my chat, by the way. He said, I just heal like my character, I'm here in spirit. Because he keeps making that bad joke every time he's not here. But I hope work's going good, Gavin.
For the record, I picked up this.
Agonizing Mark. You choose a creature you can see within range, which is 90 feet. To mark as you prey, an array of black energy issues forth from you. Till the spell ends, each time you deal damage to the target, it must make a charisma saving throw. If falls upon...
I found a charisma saving throw.
To be fair, that's not official, though, so it technically doesn't fall with all the jokes, but... It is an interesting one.
I'm still counting.
Because that eats up your concentration.
Yes, it does.
So, that is balanced enough in my opinion. We'll see how it goes. I reserve the right to ask you to pick a different spell with any of these deep magic.
I know we've gone over that before. It's any of these could be broken, and that's why they're here.
Yeah,
and that's why we're using them is to see.
Yeah, because I don't know if you looked at a lot of them, Kelly, but a lot of them are very interesting.
I'm so stuck on all of them. What to get? What you know what I mean?
But that
because they're all just fantastic.
Such huge amount of magic. I'll have to throw the PDF at you at some point, Kelly, or show you them after game or whatnot.
I was just about to say, if you send me the PDF, I would actually enjoy.
I think but in the meantime, you guys have a nice sleep. I'm opening up my drive to see if I already have it there, Kelly. So in the morning, you guys get directions, but you guys can find the town hall pretty easily.
That's what I've been everywhere because I've caused
plus town halls kind of stick out.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I've probably been here for probably not good reasons in the past.
Oh yeah, boom, get link, copy link, and message you. There's your link, Kelly. Enjoy those 20 PDFs right there.
Hey guys.
Welcome back. That. Don't worry, I put them on a side journey while they were heading to you. Because we did the math. And the math said you got there days before they did. So, it was 40 hours when you were at East Side. Or East Haven. Sorry, I can't. Watch it. But yeah, it was it was 40 hours before you got on your owlbear and took off. You had 8 hours, so you had you were 8 hours, and then it was like another half hour of walking for you.
Okay.
But we're doing this little side thing. Then I'll have them meet you up there, and then we'll flash to what.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm getting my new book. Tomorrow. So where they are right now is Tamerlane, and it's now morning, you guys. You guys know where the town hall is. You guys head straight there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So as you guys head there, you guys enter the building, and behind the typical desk that you guys always see there, you see a younger, like half-orc looking gentleman. He looks to be about maybe late 20s. It's hard to tell with half-orcs, you know. And he looks up and
I'm gonna walk up and hand him the piece of paper.
He looks at it and looks at, oh, it's you guys. I didn't expect to reply so soon. And he looked by. I thought there'd be more of you. Never mind that though. Yes, I've heard of all the good stuff that you guys have done, and I've heard bad rumors around, and I wanted to see if you guys could maybe possibly handle it, but it might not be
Yeah, here
it might not be wise to do so without all the people you guys have been told to have.
We can handle what we need to, or we will safely judge to bring the people we need to bring with us.
Harvard, no, I trust you to do so. You guys are the adventurers. But invisible enemies walk among us. We've seen their boot prints in the snow, and now we know what they are. Druagar. He says that. Would either of your characters know that? I don't know if Neo would, but would a Rock know what a Druagar is? Or does
I can
Kelly?
roll for it.
Does Kelly know what a Druagar is?
Kelly does not.
Okay.
Does not
Go ahead,
know
roll me a
Rock.
history. Because you've been around a Rock. 16. They are the gray dwarves. You know how drow are to elves?
Yeah.
They are to dwarves.
Yeah.
These maleficent, maleficent dwarves of the Underdark have infiltrated 10 towns in search of a rare crystal known as Shardalin. With it, they're building a mighty construct that will lay waste to 10 towns if nothing's done to stop it. Our militia captured one of the Druagar and forced it to divulge the location of the mountain stronghold. Therein, you will find a Druagar warlord named Zardarak Sunblight. He aims to conquer Icewind Dale and destroy us all. For the good of 10 towns, will you penetrate the fortress, slay the evil warlord, and destroy his terrible weapon?
I mean, we'll try.
I mean, that's all I can ask of you. I have little to offer as recompense other than the gratitude of all of 10 towns for saving. But I hope that will be enough. I mean, I know some of you guys have lived here for years.
If you just give me at least a copy of the information that you have on the subject matter, I can.
I'm going to post it in chat, Kelly, and you can copy it into your notes. This is exactly what
Thank you.
that's exactly what he said.
That way I don't forget to bring this up at the appropriate time.
And he will point out on the map, describe where on the map it is so that when you guys meet back up with Theo, you can point it out on the map. Like, he points it out on his map so you guys know, so you guys can point it out to Theo. With that, he's like, obviously, the sooner you guys go about this, the better, but I understand if you can't get to it right away. And with that, he's like, I won't keep you anymore. I have paperwork of my own to do, but I hope you swift travels.
Thank you. I will let you know how this turns out. And we're going to carry on to where we need to be.
Okay. So, it will take you guys from Tamberlin on the sled dogs about 8 hours. So, you guys woke up. Let's say it takes you 2 in the afternoon to get there. 2.5 days early. I think it's a day earlier. 24 hours earlier, Kelly? It's the math?
I think it's either a day or a day and a half earlier.
Let's go up a day earlier. So, when you, Theo, left East Haven, you went on. You got up the path a little bit and then went straight up to the Black Cabin. You went as fast as your owlbear could carry you.
Okay.
The owlbear timed out about half an hour away from the Black Cabin, so you had to climb the last little bit by yourself. What you find when getting there, I need you. I'm trying to think because I want to roll something for luck. What do you think would be a fair thing to roll for luck? I need to see a character sheet.
Have I rested since that last fight, or did I just start up here?
You I think
I
you
don't
would
think
have
so. I think
had
it just
to rest or else risk exhaustion.
Because it was
Well,
a whole. You said a whole day's worth of travel.
Yeah,
well,
that's
I think we rested at East Haven and then he left because there was only like
Yeah.
3 hours of travel from
so
East Haven.
yeah. So you
I
would
just
have
wanted to know if
you have your luck
to
points.
keep track of my stuff and the good berries as well.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah,
cast
'cause
those.
I'm pretty sure we ended at East Haven and then that's
He
the next
like
or
dipped
when
out
we
right
slept,
there.
split off.
We
Yeah.
sped through. Like I said to them, you guys got there, asked for the dogs. You said something about the dogs you had. You guys looked at Neo, and then you got those dogs. Took those sled dogs and got an axe beak and ended up in Tamberlin. You took your owlbear and went straight there.
Okay.
That's what we decided on because that was the quickest way to get you there. So why there? I'm trying to think. When you get there, I think you find the sleigh, and the harness for the axe beak and stuff. You see, they look gnawed off, like the creatures got loose. So they free themselves, but they're not like you don't notice any dead dogs or anything.
If I whistle for them, will they return? I
we-
think that's where you're maybe guessing where you're coming in for the luck. chance.
Yes, but what you do see is the packs of food and stuff got ravaged on the cart.
Understandable.
There's no food and whatnot. Any items you really had on the cart might have gotten destroyed in the process.
That's fine.
I'm just painting the picture. So looking at Theo, I'm trying to think. Roll me an animal handling. Because I think this is going to be the best thing. 19. I'm going to roll flat d20. The only way you fare this is if I roll nat 20. Okay. No.
Close enough.
I mean, depending. No. So you whistle, and at first you don't hear nothing. And I think you whistle several times over the next hour, just until you not so much until your voice is hoarse, but just every 10, 15 minutes you whistle again. And at the end of the hour, I think you notice the first dog come back.
Okay.
And it takes over the course of a day of whistling every once in a while and maybe whip the dog's help.
Each
Getting
one that
the
comes back, I'm going because there's 6 of them total.
yes.
So I'm going to give each one of them 4 good berries just to add some extra increased nutrients to them and any possible.
Yeah, they are looking. They're looking pretty thin.
Yeah. So that way I give them a whole bunch of extra nutrients for the day.
The axe beak doesn't seem to Well, here, let me actually ask Kelly. Kelly, how loving and how nurturing were you to that axe beak?
Oh, I mean, enough.
By its name alone, you should be able to tell.
I pet him. I feed him. I ride him.
You named him.
I named him. He got a name. The first one didn't even get a name.
Yeah, it was named afterwards, wasn't it?
It was.
I think at a certain point, I think by the end of the day, the last thing to show back up, was the axe beak. Well, here, roll me another animal handling for the axe beak. Because you roll for your dogs. Let me see if you end up with the axe beak. Because when your dogs come back, I assume you would whistle for the axe beak too, if you could.
Yeah.
Because you would want to save it.
And out of respect of a rock.
In Whip of 21, I think it comes back, and I think it's in rougher shape than the dogs. I think
So there's
it
6
probably,
of 'em,
yeah.
I'll give it 6 berries.
Okay, because it
That will complete my whole 30.
Yeah, and that it fattens it back up because it was looking a bit more mangy than the others, like loose feathers, like missing some feathers. It's probably missing the saddle, honestly.
Understandable.
Uh,
And I will just love on all 7 of them. The whole time I have with them before everyone else gets here,
Okay.
I'm just going to give them
And
as much
that-
affection as
And
I
that
can.
is what we see. By the way, if what you saw of the house looks like it was ramshackled, like ramshacked too. Like it looked like whatever attack you got, the bodies that you guys left here are gone. And it looks like whatever attack you guys here might have came back, and upon missing you, just destroyed bits and parts of the house.
I don't want to stay here very long.
But you went for over a day trying to get that. So about 12 hours into the next day, and you see them start coming up the hill and whatnot.
So, as for part of my next rest, I'm just going to get 30 more good
Yeah.
berries. Just to have that. And it's been 1 day, so my owlbear hasn't recharged yet. I'll also, that night too, I'll go out and try to hunt just to get some actual meat for them to eat as well.
Question: Would I have got all my health back yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just asking.
Yes. But yeah, no, you could hunt, like, you know, these areas. You probably hunt. It probably isn't the biggest deal, but you probably bring down a smaller reindeer, and they manage to feed the dogs and the axbeak.
That's a
And
decent haul.
yeah. They might not be
Okay.
full fed, but you fed them meat to supplement.
Yeah.
And then probably right around noon is when you see them appear over a hill and actually get close. You guys see. Well, how would you stay up there? Would you stay out in the open? Would you have hide the sled and the dogs and stuff, like off
I
to the
would
side?
have been more like tried to encamp in any sort of forest to give us canopy coverage, if there was anything like that around.
So it's downhill a bit.
Then I would have made some sort of covering for us. or
So
tried to.
I think you probably see them. You probably went down the hill with the dogs then to like right here where the forest cover starts, and you probably see them start going past you up towards where they know the black cabin is.
Okay.
They're probably like a mile out from you. Heading just straight north.
I will just try to whistle and holler. I don't know if that will be enough for them to hear because I'm a mile away.
Yeah, but it's pretty flat area, so it might be. But Snow, Rock, what's your pass? 12. Give me a performance, Theo. Let's see if you're loud enough for them to hear. I think that's a pretty loud enough with you guys hear piercing through the snow and the walking and the sledding over the dogs. You hear a whistle off to your guys' left.
I'm assuming we should go that way.
I pull my bow off just in case, because we don't know it's Theo yet.
No problem. But so you guys hear the sound, you turn. It's hard to see anything, but as you start getting closer, I think Neo, you probably see it first. Sorry, yawns. You probably see it first in the woods. You probably see Theo looking from maybe a branch or something. And as you get closer, you hear the sounds of dogs in the woods.
Not dead dogs.
No, because if I did that twice in 2 episodes, Nick, he would have actually hurt me in real life. I thought about it, but... Look, he's typing to say yes. Oh, you want everything to die? Okay, Theo. I mean, okay, so you guys you don't hear the dogs because he's killed them all. In Axby. He just murdered everything. He went psycho. No, you guys get there. All the dogs and stuff are there. All the like. And you guys reunite. Congratulations, Neil. You're not a murderer.
No, that would have been an intentional murder. There's a difference.
Nick, there's such a thing as what's the charge, Kelly?
Accidental manslaughter.
There's that. Wasn't there there's another one for when you're not being careful.
No, I don't know.
Criminal negligence. Because you neglected to not pick up the item.
It did pick up. You said neglected to pick up.
No, I said neglected not to. Anyway, I know, double negative, it's fine. So you guys reunite with him. And I know not much happened in this session, but I'm probably going to get you guys back to town and call it. Just so you guys have a base. But I think you guys would camp out here for a little bit and finally actually have that moment to sit down and talk. Because it's been like, oh, we need to go and save the dogs. Oh, we're in town without one of us. And now we're finally back together. And then,
Yeah, another. Has the wound on my shoulder healed?
it's festering a bit. Like, it's healing, but it's not healing, like, clean. Like, there will always be scars in that shoulder now. And you feel a dull throb from it. Like an ache from it. I need to know where, because I know there's rules for it, but I need to actually find out where the rules are for that.
Was there actually a chance I could have lost that fight?
Technically, there's always a chance, Nick. You rolled the hit. You could have always just rolled not to. Like, you could have been really bad. Ask Kelly, like, luck of the dice can be against you. Even if you're meant to beat a creature, you could definitely lose against that creature at any point. Like, Kelly knows this just as well as I do from DMing.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Crap game that day.
like, and if Kelly hit more often than, like, once a turn, like, you could have been in trouble, too.
Oh, if the weapon you were using wasn't the weapon you were using, you would have been in huge trouble.
Yeah, if you had a non-magical weapon, Nick, you would.
Or, no, it's bludgeoning or piercing.
Isn't it slashing blood? It's slashing, bludgeoning, piercing from a non-magical, non-silver weapon.
No, I thought it was more specific than that. I thought it, like, caps out at literally just, like, bludgeoning and piercing.
No, it's from non-magical, non-silvered. Let me go up to G, because you still have the character sheet, because I'm not gonna take it from you. It's not a big enough deal.
Probably not see it a while from now.
Okay, so the exact thing, Kelly, is bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons that aren't silvered. I need to go on unnamed NPCs. Let's see if it's on here. She isn't. Okay. But okay, that's the. Trying to read a specific part. Okay. Right here. Da, da, da. Okay, so yeah, you get I'm gonna have to specifically go look through what you get from this, Nick.
Got a badass scar, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, for sure you get that. But I'm gonna have to set up a different sheet for you, like the thing for you, Nick. Um, that being said, I'm going to say you guys head back to probably either Lonelywood or Tamlin. They're probably both about the same distance from you.
In Chamberlain, where we got that bus from,
Yeah.
that'd probably be the one we'd head back.
Also, now that you're on this map, let me find exactly where I have to show you that fortress is. I think it's there. Let me see on that quest.
At least now Theo can quit saying I murdered his dogs.
I mean, he could still say it, Nick. Neo. What about Neo?
Says I'm on a list. Must be on his best friend's list.
Oh, you're on my list. Oh, Nick. Kelly, you remember the list, don't you?
I do.
What
I
list?
I don't think I was ever on the list, funny enough.
No, I don't think you ever got put on the list. I know I got put on the list.
You did.
And then I got
You did, and
removed the list.
You deserve the list.
I didn't do that on purpose, and everybody should have known that. Anyway, down here is where you pointed out the fortress.
Where? Oh, okay.
So, a good fair bit away, but we will have to see about that. So, obviously, Corey's still on his phone call. Is there anything you... oh, welcome back. So, we're going to take a moment to roleplay. When they got to you at the trees, they probably would have spent some time there after their journey to get to you and whatnot. Their 8 hours to get to you. So I'm allowing some time to like roleplay. It's the first time you guys all sat down without panic and adrenaline since everything that happened at the cabin and the cave.
I would like to imagine that all the animals, well, I wouldn't say that they are because we did technically abandon them, but it would be really fun if they were all cozying up with me and all of them giving, everyone else stink eyes basically because of it. I was the first one to come back and was feeding them and take caring of them.
I don't know about the axe beak, because
yeah, that's fair.
But the dogs for sure. I think your general mood about it, kind of, because dogs are smart enough to pick up on moods and stuff. I think your general mood kind of like permeated the air, and then when everybody sits down at the like little fire you have, all the dogs are just staring at Neo.
So,
Not like snarling, but just like the same stink eye you're giving.
yeah. So how was everybody's travels? See, it took you a little bit longer to get here than it did me.
Yeah. We also talked to this guy about some crazy stuff going on.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
what's going
just
on?
You might need a paraphrase because he might not have been here when that was happening.
Oh, I saw the messages
Okay.
about the.
That.
I read that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just about to say I'm gonna hand him that and point out on the map where we were directed.
Which is almost due south of you. And look, it's only another 28 miles.
Be a lot easier now that we have our dogs back.
No one's to blame. But it might have been a rock's fault.
I'll be careful. Rock has
Hey,
magic.
I quit touching stuff a long time ago.
I only had to be hit once. No, stop touching stuff.
While we were buying for time, Rock told me his new spell, Corey.
What's that?
It is Agonizing Mark. Would you like to read throw in there for him, Kelly?
Oh, I see right there.
Oh yeah. No, it's a very interesting spell that I'm using Kelly to test a lot of these spells, and I'm gonna have him look through the PDF later and see which ones he thinks are especially broken and whatnot.
Forcing the target to become prone. Nice.
Yeah, no, it's a concentration and a spell slot for a minute to get some prone. That he has to do other stuff with it, so I'm pretty okay with that for now. We'll see how broken it is.
Yeah.
Especially since some things are just immune to prone.
I would like to ask Neo though. That fight was a little weird. What was the bite about at the end? Do you know?
Not
Points
quite
out
sure.
festering shoulder.
Yeah, no,
bite.
the shoulder isn't fully healed, Theo. It's still like it looks like it's gonna leave a nasty scar, but it still has some festering to it.
I'm not 100% sure, but I did hear legends about this back.
Okay.
He's
Man, I want to get that checked.
he's going to die, Theo. You're 100% sure he is going to die.
That's unfortunate.
No, I don't think you're 100%, but it does look really nasty to you, and you're not sure if you can help him. Like, it's beyond your knowledge.
We just rub
Can-
some on it. It'd be fine.
Could I do like a Arcana or a Nature to get a better insight on what exactly the wound is? I know the medicine check
Go
is low,
go
so make it
ahead.
a
Go ahead.
disadvantage.
Give me a disadvantage Arcana, 'cause I do want to see if you have a idea whether you
Dang.
Definitely dying now in his eyes.
Hold on. I burn a luck point.
Okay, go ahead. You can
Does that mean I roll again, or do I use the 14?
technically you burn the luck point. You roll again, not at disadvantage, and then you have your choice of the 3. Luck makes a disadvantage into super advantage. So
I will take the 14 to see if I can tell.
okay, so you've heard legends, and this is like werewolves and demons of that sort that are like half man, half beast, and how typically the curse transfers through a bite of sorts. Now, that person specifically bit him, and that bite is really nasty, but you're not sure if it's the same because obviously that wasn't a wolf. And I think with your medicine and all the attempts at Arcana, I think you probably wouldn't know about like other lycanthropes other than like werewolves because those are like the to quote people, those are the sexy lycans that everybody likes. Nobody ever talks about the other ones, especially like rare bats. So you probably don't know much other than werewolves and were rats, and obviously that was neither a wolf nor a rat.
All right. Well,
But
I feel like
yeah.
you might want to just keep an eye on that. I can't really tell what exactly is going on. I can tell it's a nasty bite. I can. So, medically speaking, I have no idea what's going on. It looks like you might lose your arm. However,
By the way, it's your right arm, Neo.
the lore behind it, though, there are rumors of things being transferred by bite, but I don't think this is the case. Not 100% sure. I know the rumor's there, but it's just something's not adding up. So just we need to keep an eye out for you. I'll start trying to figure out what we can do to replace your arm.
I know this guy. He's over in Baldur's Gate. His name is Ace, and he might be able to help.
We'll cross those roads when they come to it, but my arm's still fine.
Bear, quit.
I think actually now that you've
Bear, no.
examined it with medicine and arcana, you guys, both Arak and Theo, probably see the veins coming from it. Like, you actually see his veins in it, his arm. It's almost like, you know, whenever you see like poison and stuff, you can see that in veins. It's not the exact same. It's not like poison, but it's that kind of thing. Like something is going through the blood stream. Is there anything else you guys would like to discuss or anything? Because this is the first time, Theo, that you've been at ease since Arak died. As well as everything that happened in the cave with the owlbear and the berserkers. Because you guys were kind of rushed before. If not, I'm not pushing it. I'm just making sure I'm giving you ample time.
Yeah, everyone's dead.
I mean,
Only us three have survived.
Forgotten's somewhere. We just don't know where. He faded away. He'll fade back in. It's fine.
We need to hang up now hiring flyers.
He fades in and smites Kelly for not believing in him being a god.
That's right thing, Nick, you were talking about, not Forgotten.
Oh. He might be a god too.
So,
We need help wanted flyers.
so the night goes by with you guys talking. And the next morning, you guys take off and probably head to the nearest town. And probably get some food, and well, near the end, and I have a way I would like to end this, but you guys, I might be able to get something actually going.
Help wanted signs Arak thought of is a good idea.
I mean,
Are
it
we
could
going
be.
to Timberlane?
What, Nick?
Are we going to that Timberlane?
Either one you guys want.
If we go to Timberlane, I want to spread the word that we're looking for another hand.
Oh, are you? I'm just making a token real quick, guys. So you guys actually are, Nick? I know you said you wanted to. I don't know about them. What's everybody feeling on that?
About wanting to look for a new hire.
Yeah, actually. I don't know if it's Nick that's going on a Nick tangent or...
No, I mean,
It would be a bad idea.
we might need somebody to pitch into a pit in the... I point at the flyer, wherever the hell that is.
You can run out of cannon fodder here.
And I...
Now I'm on the bottom of the totem pole, dude.
And I think what happens, and this is how I'm going to end the session tonight. I know it wasn't super long, only like 2 hours, but we're near the end point anyways. This is how I'm going to end. You guys are sitting at a like a fire of sorts. Like in an inn. And when you guys hear walking up to you, and one of you guys get a flyer handed back to you that you guys have posted. Like, whether it was Neo or Iraq, whether Theo was just taking the time to actually have the dogs taken care of or helping out. That is neither here nor there. You guys get a file, and when you look up, you see a gentleman, and I'm going to go in more detail describing him next session.
Is he be here with us?
Yeah, exactly, and I'd rather them describe themselves. But what stands out most to you guys are the eyes. The eyes are two different colors. One a striking blue, the other one a striking yellow. And that is where we'll end. Hopefully you guys had fun. I know it's a lot more roleplay, a lot more math this session, trying to get back to get the dogs.
I did. And the help wanted signs, when Kelly said it, I'm like, oh, this is a great way for Mikey's friend to...
Well, just in general, I was gonna have you guys meet him in an inn or something this session, and then him actually introduce himself next time.
I agree with Nick on that one. It's a perfect way to introduce him. I just didn't know if that's something my character would do immediately.
That's why Iraq
would,
and Neo
for
are
the
like.
legit reason of throwing him in a hole later.
But I know that's why I said, well, Theo's probably actually getting the dogs pampered and actually taken care of. Like, I know what Theo's about. Like, they've been in the wild for days by themselves. Of course he's going to have them taken care of.
Right. Someone has caused me to neglect them.
We aren't pointing fingers.
But no.
Even though it was you.
I hope you guys had fun, honestly. I know it wasn't too much this session, but next session should be quite fun. And I have stuff that I need to plan during, probably on Wednesday. This is going to be my planning day.
I feel like I could partly be a blame. Not fully.
Like 99%, 95%, because 5% should have yelled at him before he grabbed it. 95% is on you.
Like, you could see the sparkle in Neo's eyes when he seen the ring.
No, you legitimately, Nick, if you remember, picked it up to bring to him to identify, and it just teleported away.
So I was trying to do right.
But
So I am completely out of blame for this because I was distracted identifying something else that we had deemed safe to touch.
What was that?
I don't remember now.
oh wait, there's something I have to check.
Yeah, not the thing you touched.
Nick, I might need you to make some rolls. Let me go and check something real quick.
Oh, alright.
Da-da-da.
I think it's after 3 days.
Da-da-da. Okay, Nick. So we went in math-wise. It was like, what was it, Kelly? 4 days total or 3 days total? I think it was 3.
It was 3 and change. So it would have been the night that we met back up.
So
with him.
how many dawns have it been? Probably 3, 4. Let's round up to 4.
Day we woke up would have been 4.
And Nick, you let me see. Da-da-da. Yep. Okay, so Nick, I need, according to my math, I need you to do. You know how there's the numbers, the dice on the left-hand side, Nick?
Yeah,
I need you to do 2d6 4 times.
2d6. Can I just bring it over to the 4?
No, because you need technically 8d6.
So just press it 4 times.
Yes. Okay, you can stop, Nick. Real quick, I need, because of that one, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
I give him guidance.
That's Constitution, Nick. I need charisma.
My bad.
I give him guidance.
Guidance doesn't go for saving.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one. So that's half of them. I need 4 more d6.
1 more d6.
4 more.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Nothing happens. So, and that's where I'm gonna end this session.
So add a game. Am I a werebear now or no? Would I-
You technically added the meta rise, that thing that bit you was a rare bear. And the gift she was talking about was rare bear Lycan trophy. And that's on the meta. Whether you're a rare bear or not depends on like what I write up for that. Because there's some stuff on it, but I want to make sure it's not going to break you, Nick. Because I don't want one player to be broken powerful while everybody else isn't.
I will be a god.
Then you'll just die like one. Gods have died in this.
Carry silver arrow.
Also, magical arrows also count for that too.
Yeah.
As
silver arrows will know he's
but,
exactly what
for my stream, I am going to end it here. I hope everybody has a wonderful time. I'm not going to wait out because nobody's really live because it's 10 p.m. But I hope everybody has a wonderful day.